Hi everyone, this is my final project for EDCI 522. This is my thematic unit plan for 5th grade music. In this unit we will be exploring 4 different music eras, which include the Baroque, Classical, Romantic, and Modern eras. Within each lesson, we are covering one of the eras, and that the students will be discovering different composers that were very popular in the era, and we'll also talk about very important music forms. They will also listen to very famous pieces that were created during these eras, and they'll learn to reflect on their pieces and kind of form their own preferences on what they like and what they dislike, just using their music terminology. They will even have a chance to compose a melody that would be fitting for the modern era. And at the very end, as their summative assessment, they will be creating a multimedia project. So at the very bottom of my homepage here, it gives you a brief overview of this. Okay, if I scroll back up to the very top of the page here, all of these tabs will help guide you through my entire website. The next tab is the Meet Your Teacher. If you're interested in any other information about myself or my background, feel free to check out this page. If you go to lesson plans, this gives you all of the lesson plans for this unit. Each lesson plan I plan to use for 2 days, and most of the time I see elementary music students 2 to 3 times a week, so it kind of depends on the school as far as how many weeks this unit will actually go. But if you're interested in looking through the lessons, you just click on Download File. It'll load up here. Can open the file and view my lesson plans. And what I did was I put all of the standards, the music standards that are addressed throughout the entire unit on each lesson page. And then I highlighted the standards that are applicable for the specific lesson. So you'll see my standards, you'll see my measurable goals, and then I move into the procedures. And, for example, in this one, there is a YouTube video that I'm starting with, so I put all links to any websites or videos directly into my lesson plans. In this one, you'll see that we're creating a composer flipbook, and we're also using a website that's a listening station called Classical Cat. So I give you all of that information here, and I give you the worksheets and anything that's needed in the lesson at the bottom of the page. Okay, so you can exit out of that and then go back to my lesson plan page. At the bottom here, there are also some additional PDFs that apply to my lesson 4, so just be sure to read the lesson plans carefully to find any extra materials. Okay, let's look over at my standards page. Okay, you'll see the 5th grade music standards listed again for you right here. These are created by ODE. I found them on the ODE website. This is what I use for all of the fine arts standards. You'll see my P21 standards. And for these, I actually wrote for each standard where you would find it, in which lesson am I applying those standards. You'll find the NETS for teachers standards and also the NETS for students standards. And again, listing where I am using those specific standards. Okay, let's move over to assessments at the very top. Under Lesson 1 assessments, you'll see that I use an exit ticket, for example. This is for the Baroque music forms. If you'd like to check out that quick little exit ticket, just click on that link. It'll take you over to Socrative. Click on number 1, that is my exit ticket question, and you'll see that students are being asked to select all the music forms that were popular in the Baroque era. So this is something that they would be able to do on their cell phones or iPads or any other device. Okay, to get back to my website, just click the tab up here. If there were any written assignments, I also included a document that includes all of those as well. I want to point out in the final project, my whole explanation of the project is right here. This is the sheet that I pass out to my students, and then this rubric was created on RubyStar, and I just took that rubric and then created a document with it, but I'll pull that up for you so you can see what the students will actually be graded on for their final project. Okay, let's get back to my website. Let's move over to technology. Okay, right here I listed all of the technologies that were used in this unit plan. For this course I had to use at least 6 different technological tools. So you'll see that YouTube was one of my first ones. I used this device a lot throughout my lessons. All of the music listening examples that I am using in class are in this file right here that you can download, and then all of the links are there you can click on. That's actually the file that my students would be using in class. I also have 2 videos that I'm showing my students via YouTube, so I embedded those right here. One is the Baroque period, and then one is, oops, it just froze, hold on one second. Okay, let's get back to there. And then the second one is about the classical period. Socrative is another example that I just showed you. I used this as an exit ticket tool in 2 of my lessons. One was for modern music forms and the other was for Baroque music forms. Classical Cat, this was used in the classical era lesson. When students move to the listening station, they will be logging on to Classical Cat and researching some of the composers there that I have listed and listening to their pieces. Classics for Kids is an awesome website that I found that I used in the Romantic era lessons. I kind of created a scavenger hunt for the kids, and they had to find certain composers on this website and listen to different shows that they create on the website. And it actually also has some really nice quick quizzes at the end of each little lesson. So I actually have the students do that to check their learning as well. WeVideo, this is used in their very final project where they are creating an interview of one of the composers, and they have to film it and then upload it to WeVideo. They can edit it any way they would like and then upload it to YouTube. Turbit, this is a really cool website that allows students to upload music from multiple places. They can even take videos from YouTube and create an MP3 and then load it into their Turbit account. And so this is also used in their final project, and they even have to record their own voices directly into this software to kind of give themselves a reflection about one of the pieces of music. Weebly, this is what I used to create this website. Google Forms was used in the creation of my peer review survey. And then RubyStar is a website that I use to create my rubric for the very final project that I just showed you. Okay, make your way back to the top of the page. If you click on peer review, this will take you to the Google form that I created in order to get feedback from my peers as far as how user-friendly my website is, how well I am applying my unit to 21st century learners, etc. And I would love your feedback and strengths and weaknesses about my unit so that I can improve upon it. If you'd like to see any of the responses, you can click on this tab right here, and that will take you directly to a page where you will see responses once there are some. And then the last tab is reflection and implementation. And once I get all of my peer review back, this will be filled with a document with my reflection on the course and the implementation of the 21st century learning skills that I've learned and ways that I can improve my lesson for next time. So I'll take you back to the home page. Thank you for visiting. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at my Ashland account. My email is right down here at the bottom. And thanks for taking the time to explore.